2018 California Proposition 8. I'm going to read the language because the legalese is a bit irritating to memorize. Proposition 8 regulates amount outpatient kidney dialysis clinics charge for dialysis treatment. Now, the wording to that sounds lovely, and once again, it sounds like it's going to do something good, and I've been torn on this issue a lot. Prop 8 says that dialysis clinics have to be more accountable, that insurance companies can no longer neglect the patient care that they should have been providing in the first place. Now, the people who are for this say that's great. It makes clinics more accountable. It makes insurance companies more accountable. It grants people the ability to have quality care without having to worry about dying in an uncomfortable place. The complaints that have been lobbied, especially in ads lately, have been that they've found bloodstains on things, which it makes sense, it's a dialysis clinic, but cockroaches also. And we don't stand for that in restaurants, and yet we're going to stand for that in a healthcare facility. So the idea behind this is to create accountability. However, because of that, certain health boards, the American Medical Association and nurses boards are against it because they feel that the new method that they will use to determine where the money goes could mean that they shut down clinics, which could mean that people who are going to local clinics will have to travel farther. It'll limit the amount of locations that people can go. However, at those locations, you'll have better care. Now, of course, the solution to all of this is to tell insurance companies to finally pick up their end of the deal and actually help people that have been giving them money for all these years, but instead they'd rather buy yachts and do all those sort of things. Anyway, another con for this proposition is that the idea is 66,000 people may have less access to clinics. However, once again, that has less determination on the quality of care people are getting. If you could go to the corner and get a melted ice cream bar, or go 3 blocks down and get a not melted ice cream bar, you'd probably want to get the not melted one, right? Unless you're super into melting ice cream, which, I mean, that's fine. That's where I'll get, my mom loves melted ice cream. Anyway, in this case, the whole point is get people better care. If people have to travel farther, that is unfortunate, but at least they're getting better care when they get there. And I think quality of life over quantity of areas to get health care is important. That being said, I'm still torn on this issue and don't know how I'm voting. I would still like to say yes. I would very much like to say yes to this, but follow your hearts.
I'm voting no on that. Yeah, I mean, it's a toss-up. I get the point of it, but I think too many. When I look at the numbers, I think too many are going to close down. And
but it's once again May. It's the whole point is that everything is speculative.
True, because you don't know whether they're going to be able to revamp everything. But like, I think it is a little different, especially if it's like 1 block versus 3 blocks, where that's not what's going to happen.
No, it's going to be the next town over versus the next county over.
Exactly. And if you're little with grandma and you can't get to the next county, like
that's the thing though.
I grew up like there's one in the entire county.
But I'm saying like in larger states, more are going to shut down than in smaller states. That's the whole point. The metric is how do we get as much healthcare money to as big an area as possible? And the way they're going to do that is start shutting down smaller ones and just start revamping the larger ones.
Yeah,
but it's once again May, because we don't know what they're going to do with the money, which is why I'm so torn on it. It's like this, the bond as it's worded, and I've read the legalese behind it, the bond as it's worded says that the money has to be spent better, but it doesn't say
how,
exactly
what, where, why.
Which is one of those, like, when you put that kind of
vague tentativeness.
Yeah, it's like, are we voting on a thing, or are we just kind of like flipping a coin on nothing's going to happen either way?
I mean, something will happen. It's just we don't know what that. Like some committee board is going to go in and state what needs to get changed. We just don't know what that change is going to be and what the committee board is going to come up with.
Right.